I'll come again. Geometric shapes like square, rectangle, triangle, and circle are used for logo, background, button, patterns. Meaning for cycle, you can use cycle like when you are looking at, I don't know if you've seen a particular logo whereby they want to portray unity and love. When they want to portray unity and love or one word, they automatically use a circular shape, then with a hand in it. You understand? That shape alone, that circular shape alone, I've already tell you that this is a geometric shape and it's a logo. It's suitable and it's logo friendly. You understand? I don't know if any of us have seen Microsoft logo. Microsoft logo use square. They use square for their logo. You can, after the class, you can actually go and Google it and search for it, Microsoft logo. Then triangles also, like for example, if you want to talk about maybe your company has to do with showing direction to people or showing motions or giving you risk effect of something, like they use rectangular shape, like a danger sign. Let me say your company needs to be showing dangers of drug abuse. Obviously, when you see the dangers of drug abuse, you see a rectangle showing dangers of drug abuse, meaning risk factors of drug abuse. The rectangle is very pronounced before any other shapes can come in. Those are what geometric shapes are used for. So we also have organic shapes as point number 2 under types of shapes. The organic shapes, they are natural, they are uneven shapes like cloud, blobs, leaves, etc. Like this organic shape, like for example, now if you are selling, you are into agriculture, you know, obviously, you have to use something that has to do with leaves. You have to do with something that will portray what you are into. You need something organic. You understand? Then the organic shape are used for artistic creation of logos, fun, and also the nature related. They are natural. They are nature related design. Like they are used for nature related design. So any design that I see that involves nature, like I said, like agriculture. Agriculture involves nature. So obviously they always use organic shapes like leaves, grasses, trees. These are organic shapes. Then we have the abstract shapes. The abstract shape is simplified version of real objects, e.g., icons or symbols. Abstract shapes are used for infographics and illustrations. That means if you want to give an illustration on something and you don't want to use text, you don't want to just write it as a form of content, you want to create it as a form of, okay, you are trying to pinpoint on this, so you use abstract shapes. If you want to do an infograph, you use abstract shapes. That is combining of, you can combine your geometric shapes, one or more geometric shapes form an abstract shape. So I want to give you a simple tips when it comes to shapes. Combine simple shapes to build up creative logos. Like whenever you are trying to make a logo, always make sure that you combine simple shapes. Because if you use a complex shapes, your creativity might be limited and you might end up starting all over again. Then the number 3 elements is color. I hope we're not lost because from what I said, I just gave you types of shape. Now I'm heading to point 3 under element, which is your ingredients. Number 3 element is color. This is like emotion controller. A color can control your emotion. Hope you know. Ladies go for pink, but some ladies go for black. Some okay. Let me give an example, a real life example. Why is it that whenever somebody die, if they are doing like obituary visitation or they want to do a funeral gathering, everybody go on black? The reason why is because you see black is considered, according to many people, as a dark color, a sad color, and funny enough, dark colors are actually cool and sometimes it's so many people's favorite, because you see that dark color can be used for a good thing. You can combine with other colors to give you a quality color. But let's not deep dive into that. We're going to come to that in the practical section. So you see colors. Colors are called emotional controller. I call them emotional controller. Red color signifies danger. When you see red, just like when you are operating something and you see red, you know that, oh, danger. don't head to this place. When you are doing something, just like our traffic lights, red means stop. If you don't stop, traffic warden will catch you. And if you go to their office, you're going to pay money because you disobey traffic rule. Danger. Yellow means warning. They are warning you not to go. Green means go. Go ahead. So you can use a green color to make yourself cool. Go ahead and you are free to go. So color gives your design its mood. It can attract, calm, or excite your audience. So when using color, you have to be very detailed and particulate on the kind of color you use. Because I think somebody said ladies are better off with colors than guys. I don't know how true it is, but so many ladies are actually better off with color than guys. A guy can see an orange color and he can tell you that it's dark red, and you'll be like, this is orange. So colors colors make the audience that you're portraying your graphics to understand the message you are trying to pass. If you are trying to pass a dangerous message and you use red, obviously you don't know that this is a danger zone. You understand? Sometimes it's not necessary you use red throughout to show that it's a danger zone, but just a touch of red there shows that you're passing a dangerous message. You understand? So under color, there are some there are some points to be looking at. I'm going to be looking at color basics. Red is a warm color. I won't say red is a hot color, because whenever you see red, like your electric cooker, for example, when you see that it's red and you touch it, it burns you. Anything that burns someone is hot. So red is considered as a hot or warm color. It can be warm, it can be hot, but it's a warm color. Orange as well is a warm color. Yellow is a warm color. And in simpler terms, when you pack these colors together, they can give you, they can make your mood to be exciting, passionate, and can give you energy, can show how fierce you are. Then cool colors. Obviously, when we're talking about cool colors, we know blue is not left out. Blue is the color of cold. When we are doing cold, you know that yes, blue is color of cold. Green too signifies cool colors, and purple. You can also add yours if you want. These are just the few list of cool colors that I have. Cool colors gives you, when you see cool colors on your design, it signifies calmness, it signifies peace, and it signifies trust. That means you should trust the process. Then we have natural colors. Natural colors like white, gray, and black. You see these colors, these natural colors, when you add them to a cool or a warm color, it balance up and make your graphic professional and simplify your graphics. So let me give you a tip to color. When using color, use a main color, which is a brand color, a support color, and an accent color. Meaning, when you are using a color, make sure you don't, just like the way when we are wearing our clothes, we know which color goes for which color. We know obviously that if you put on a, how will I put it? If you put on a particular color that is shouting and you put on another shouty color, it's going to interfere with the sight. The person is seeing it's not going to be appealing for the eye. So when using colors on your design, make sure you go with colors that are supporting, combine colors that support each other, that go well like rice and beans. Don't overuse too many colors on your design, because too many colors makes it become multicolored. Although some people like too many colors on their graphic, but it does not make it professional. To me, too many colors on your designs does not make your design professional. Usually, 2 to 3 colors are enough if you want to add colors to your design. Use color contrast to make key things like buttons or headings. You understand? Like when you are using buttons, outlines, and the rest, like thick, correct, you see that they use good colors like green, or if you are trying to make a pinpoint or something, they use colors like a dotted green, a dotted red. in order for it not to interfere or fight with the background. So the next element, that is the next ingredient for graphic design on my list, that is the fourth one, is typography. Excuse me. When we're talking about typography, typography is the style of your text. The style of text you use. Fonts do more than just show words. They speak style and they speak tone. When you see a text, you be like, wow, okay. You can see a game night text. You see sometimes it can look playful. You can see an AMA section text, ask me anything. It looks serious. You can also see children text. I don't know if you've seen children text books, and you see the text they use. They use playful text, colorful text, which pass a message that this book is actually for kids. That means it's kids appealing. When they see, they get attracted to it. So another fonts speak style and tone. Like I said, I'll be giving you top 10 most common fonts designers love. Number one on my list is Helvetica. Sorry, Helvetica is among one of the texts that designers love a lot. They love to use this text. We have Montserrat, and this Montserrat, the pronunciation is not how it's spelled. If some people pronounce it, it's going to be very funny. But pronunciation is Montserrat. Montserrat. We have Roberto. We have Lato. We have Playfair Display. We have Oswald. We have Baba's New. We have Railway. We have Poppins and Great Vibes. I'll be going again so that you can grab the spellings. Helvetica. Helvetica is spelled Helvetica. We have Montserrat. I spelled it earlier. If you are listening and you have your jotting materials, you take this down, you jot it down. We have Roberto. Roberto is Roboto. We have Lato. Lato is Lato. Playfair Display. Playfair. That is you are playing and then it's fair and display. You can spell that one. We have the Oswald. Oswald is Oswald. We have Baba's New. Baba's New is Bebassneue. We have Railway. Railway is Ralewy. We have Poppins, like pop up, but with INS at the ending. Great Vibes. These are the common text designers love to use. Then we now have, we I think typography is the last element and the last ingredient you should look out for when making your design. You look at your typography, you look at your color, look at your shapes, and look at your line. In summary, we have 4 elements to always look out for when creating your design that will be visually appealing to your audience. If you follow this, believe me, you are on the right track to have a better design and be a great designer. Now, without wasting much time, moving on, we have core design principle. That is the quantity you use to cook your food. Remember, I said you have your ingredients, that is your element. Then we have your principle. We have your
Can you
principle.
go a little slow? You're a little too fast.
Where do you want me to go slow? On the typography?
Yes, and the font. Some of us miss some of the spellings.
Okay, I'll go back to the typography, but this is the last time. We are trying to meet up with time. Okay, back to the typography for those that miss the spelling. Sorry about that. I said in typography is the style of your text you use. And I gave example to your when you see a kiddies magazine or a kiddies book, a kiddies workbook, you know that their typography is a bit playful and eye catchy for babies, so that when they see, they get attracted to it. Same as when you see a game night typography or a karaoke typography, you see that they use different typography to portray what that thing is all about. Then when you are going to a webinar typography, you see it becomes very serious because it's portraying a serious event, not a playful event. So you know that okay, the information is being passed through that typography. And I also said that fonts do more than just show words. They speak style and tone. They speak style and tone. When I say they speak style and tone, the tone in the tone aspect, meaning you can listen to them and know if it's time for playing or if it's time to be serious, if it's time for exams or if it's time for game night. Then we have top 10 most common fonts designers love. TICA. We have Montserrat. The spelling is Montserrat. We have Roboto. The spelling is Roboto. We have Lato. The spelling is Lato. We have Playfair Display. And Playfair Display, the spelling is Playsaer. The play and the fair are together. Display, Display. We have Oswald. Oswald. That's spelling of Oswald. We have Beaver's New. We have Beas space new, Meue. We have Railway. The railway spelling is Ralewa. We have Poppins. Poppins spelling is Poppins. We have Great Vibes. Great Vibes spelling is Greatvibes. And all these spellings, they look totally different. If you search for them, you will see that they look different. So typography was the last element, that's the last ingredient on our list. So we are going to the quantity you use in preparing the food, the measures you take when preparing the food, which is the principle. There are 5 core design principles every designer should look out for. And as I'm diving you through these principles, think of it as a recipe you follow to cook with the element I mentioned previously. Number one design principle is contrast. Contrast means difference. It's how you make one thing stand out from another. You can create contrast with color, that is light versus dark, size, big versus small, weight, bold versus thin, font, your font, type of font you use, and how you blend, the number of fonts that is being seen on your design. I hope now you are getting why I say principle is actually the measures, the step, and the quantity of ingredients you use when creating your design, because you're actually using your element, which is your ingredient, to cook something, which is your design. So you pick from color. Is it light color you are using? Are you merging light colors and dark colors together to get a good contrast? Are you using a big font for your heading and then a small font for your subheading? Are you using a thin line or a fat line? Which line goes well? Are you to reduce the line small or are you to increase the line small? Are you to increase the line small? Then the font, how big your font is and how small your font is, and how many type of fonts are being seen on your design. Contrast is used to highlight what is most important. The next principle is alignment. You can be a very good designer, you can be good with colors, you can be good with shapes, you can be good with a logo, you create a logo, you can be good with backgrounds. But believe you me, if your texts are not aligned, if your logo are not aligning, if your socials are not aligning, your design will be very disorganized. Let me give an example with decorum and people. Okay, in secondary school, during assembly, what happens when, have you ever tried imagining what will happen if they don't arrange nursery, primary, secondary on a straight line? If they don't arrange them on a straight line, they say everybody, they ring the bell, gling, 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 it's time for assembly. Then you come for assembly, everybody are just scattered like nursery. And you see the short ones, that's the nursery student, the tall ones standing. Okay, want to pass announcements. They want to pass announcement. Let's listen. But it's still an assembly. There's no arrangement, there's no decorum and others. If you look very, very scattered, you will even enter, you'll be like, what's going on? Some teachers will even be tempted to carry cane and start flogging. Go to your line, go to your line. You understand? That is the work of alignment. You see, the moment people start arranging themselves according to their class, according to their height, and according to their gender, that's what we call alignment. Stand on a straight line. Align on a straight line. That is what we call alignment. Now, let me give you a simple tip. Make sure that text and image line up either to the left, center, or right. Meaning, if you are putting your logo, your text, your line, your socials to the right, everything should be at the right. If you are putting your text to the center, meaning your logo, your socials should be to either the right or the left, and then your text that you're writing, the one line text you're writing, should be centralized. When I mean centralized, the space from the left to the right should be equal. If you are putting everything to the left, everything should be on the same line, from your logo, your text, to your socials, to your line. Everything should be aligned on the same line, and it should always be 0.5 centimeter away from your borderline, your canvas, your page. When we get to the practical section, you are going to see what I'm talking about. Misalignment makes your work messy, like I said, and a good alignment makes your work clean and organized. Some people might not be even a good graphic designer, they might not even be very good, but you see that alignment alone self have made their work clean. So number 3, please, I don't know if I can be heard, and if we are following, please drop a thumbs up.
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
And also following, and if you are with your jotting materials, please give me an emoji sign that you're with your jotting material. Let's not be like I'm just talking to myself. Okay. So the next principle, that is the next proportion, quantity, and steps to follow when cooking your party jollof, is hierarchy. Hierarchy shows what matters most in your design. Hierarchy shows what matters most in your design. If your topic is how to cook jollof rice, and then you now have a subtopic, a simple guideline on the step-by-step process to follow in cooking jollof rice, which should be your heading first? Which should come first? Obviously, it's how to cook jollof rice, because what we are talking about, we're telling you how to cook jollof rice. Before I say, okay, let me tell you that it's a simple guideline on step-by-step process on how to cook jollof rice. Now, here are the ways to show importance in graphic design. Your how to cook jollof rice, obviously, is going to be a big size font, because you're emphasizing on that. So the font is going to be big, not tiny. It's going to be big and gradually are pleasing. So big fonts are more important, meaning it's coming first on the hierarchy top. Bold colors draws attention, meaning if your big font is coming first, you highlight it bold. because it's obviously going to draw attention when you highlight it bold to that topic. Okay, how to cook jollof rice. Not the one that you be like, how to cook. If you don't make your font big and you don't make it bold, person will be reading like how to cook jollof rice, a simple step by step guide on how to cook jollof rice. Be like, I beg, I'm not interested. But when you say how to cook jollof rice, in the person's mind, that bold font and that the nature being big will make the person how to cook jollof rice. The brain automatically prints it out like this is the heading, this is the key focus, and this is the most important topic. Then we now have placement at the top. Like I said, your hierarchy, the word that comes first should be placed at the top before your subheading. Always make your headline pop. Make details smaller. Always make your subheading smaller. Your subheading should not be the same size with your topic. How to cook jollof rice, bigger, bold, and more more pronounced. How a step-by-step guide on how to make jollof rice should be smaller than how to cook jollof rice and should not be bold. Because if it's bold, it's like I have very sensitive eyes. When I see two bold sentence and one is small, one is big, my eyes, I don't know if somebody have tried to watch, I don't know if you have seen this meme of me watching a Korean film and then at the same time listening to the subheading. Like your eyes just going to go 6 o'clock. Like you're trying to understand which is the topic, and then that's how our brain interprets it before you finally settle down to process that, oh, this is the heading. And it's not necessary to make your audience confused on which one is the heading. Just pass the information well by following a good hierarchy step. Then the number fourth principle is repetition. Repetition means you are using the same size throughout the design. That means you are using the same font throughout design. You are using, when I mean repetition in design, I'm talking about fonts, colors, and your shapes. That means you are using the same font choice throughout the design. You are using the same colors. You are repeating a particular color again inside that same design. Like for the font own, let me say you are using white, you now repeat again with white, and then you repeat again with white. That means you choose to use white all through. Then you're using the same shapes. You just want that you like that shape, and that shape is actually passing that information you want it to pass. Repetition keeps your design consistent and connected. Like I said, it keeps your design consistent and connected, and you're trying to pass that same information that you want people to adhere to. So now, the fifth, the fifth principle is balance. Balance is about making sure no part of the design feels heavier than another. There are two types of balance. We have the symmetrical balance and the asymmetrical balance. The symmetrical balance is with evenly balance on both sides. Make sure that the alignment is okay. The alignment from the left to the right is okay, meaning your page border on the left, the text, the distance between your page border and your text is of the same measurement as the distance between your text and your page border on the left. That is what they call balancing, asymmetrical balance. Then we have asymmetrical balancing. Is uneven but visually balanced by your colors and object weights. Sometimes you will see that somebody puts a line. A line is now competing with your heading. Like the line is too fat for the heading. When most times I advise people that when you are using a big size for your font and a big size for your font and a bold effect on your font, always make sure that the line is thin. Is thin. Don't make it too thick. If not, it's going to make your design to be too crowded. A well-balanced design feels comfortable to look at. I always say I'm very sensitive. My eye is very sensitive to design. So whenever I see a design that's not balanced, to be honest, but I just prefer to just go and read the content than to read the design. Because graphic design summarizes what the content what the content being posted on your social says. A good graphic design will tell you, put you give you a full detailed information of what your front end is before you even go and read for further information. So without wasting much time, we'll be deep diving into Canva so we can finish as early as possible because I don't want us to enter 9 in this topic. So we'll be going to Canva. So the reason why I picked Canva, I can use Photoshop, but I picked Canva. I can use Photoshop, I can use Photoshop Illustrator. But I picked Canva because one, it's mobile friendly. It's free, but not 100% free. You understand why when we get into the practical section. Canva allows you, the interface of Canva, the UI UX design of Canva allows you to explore with your designs. It creates a design friendly environment that once you enter, I don't know, I'm sure that some of us might be graphic designers or some of us might have seen Photoshop before. The interface of Photoshop is different from Canva. As a matter of fact, if I place Photoshop and Canva, I say pick the one you like, people will pick Canva any day, anytime because the interface of Photoshop is very, if you're not careful, you get confused. It requires a lot of typing on keys and it requires a lot of attention to details. But Canva enables you to be free as a beginner. If you're a newbie on Canva, you'll be able to explore different elements at your own convenience. And mind you, Canva comes in free and pro. Advisably, if you want to enjoy your design, even if as a beginner, use your pro because there are some elements you'll not be able to explore on Canva. So now I'll be sharing my screen so I can navigate it through Canva and then we work on a particular project. Okay. Canva. Okay. Sorry. Let me share my screen. Okay, please can my screen be screen? Can my screen be seen?
Yeah, yeah. We can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. This is Canva. As a beginner, you download Canva on your Play Store or App Store. This is what you will see when you open. Forget about the recent design because this is already a used Canva app, a pro Canva app. So down here, you have your home. You will see the sign. Once I click on anything, you will see this thing will change to purple. So now currently we are presently on home. Here we have templates. If you're a lazy designer or you want to do a quick design, and you want a template, you don't want to start from the scratch, you just click here. Then you can search your templates. You can just say, okay, let me say webinar templates. Templates. Webinar. Templates. When you click on your search button, so these are the options that will come out. If you want to use it, you can use it, fine. But to me, I see Canva template as a very form of, like, as a form of laziness and limiting me from being creative because if I use all these templates, I will not even achieve half of what I want. I will not be creative and I'll be too dependent on Canva. So it's very easy. If you're not interested in this category, just cancel. Takes you back to your home page. So here, you see this your design. You can click on here. It's going to show you all your design templates you've used over the past few years, months, days, anyone. You can see, you can show more. Don't be scared. You see, this is design. You show more. It will keep on showing you all the design you've used. You show more. It will keep on showing you all designs you've used. Folders, your folders where you compiled all the designs. Then your videos, your recent videos you've done before. If you want to leave this page, still click on the X button. Then we have AI. This is a newly integrated features that Canva just puts. Every now we are in artificial intelligence world, whereby everything now we see is they always incorporate AI into it. Even Photoshop has the AI version, but to get that version, I think you need to spend close to $500 or so. And I don't think if any Nigeria is ready to spend $500 when you can get the crack version, even if it's a 2019 version. So here it's a shortcut to our various canvas from your Twitter post. If you want to make a Twitter post, you click on it. It will automatically take you to a canvas where you can under here we'll come to here. Once I'm done introducing you to everything, I'm just trying to show you how the Twitter page look like. The Twitter border is 1,800 by height and 1,800 by width px. That's the Twitter border page. You can go online to check for sizes of your social page. Under here, we'll be coming under here soon. So just be patient and be attentive. So if you want to leave this place, you see this three line, click on it, then click on home. We are now back to the home. Here is for posters. If you want to create a poster, you click on it, it appears like a poster. Once you click on it, it appears like this. This is a poster size. This is the size of paper being used to create a poster on Canva. So you go back again by clicking those three lines. Go to home. You have Instagram posts and Instagram people. If you want to make an Instagram post, an Instagram motivation, and you don't want to use Canva template, you click here and you have your Instagram canvas, whereby this is your Instagram size. This is size that fits on your Instagram. I don't know if you've seen some images whereby you have to click on the images to read the remaining graphics down. That's because they did not use the right paper size for that particular social media handle. So we click there again, we go to home, we have social media, we have editor, we have video. This video part, it gives you a canvas for videos. Do you want your videos to be an Instagram videos, story videos, landscape videos, which is usually used on Twitter? You want it to be a Twitch background, a Facebook video? If you click on it, it shows. Let's click on Facebook videos. Let me show you an illustration. Still loading. So this is the canvas for the Facebook video. You will see, once you see play, obviously it's a video. So you see, if you scroll like this, the first page, you add your design. If you want to add more page, you click on this plus. You click on this plus. You can add as many page as possible, depending on the duration of your video. If your video is 1 hour, you know how many pages to click to achieve that video. So we go back to home. Sorry, my network is a bit slow. Okay. So here is sheets. Here, this sheet simply means your spreadsheet, Sheets you can use to create spreadsheets. You can use to create like something like if you want to write maybe scores of anything, you can use it as sheets. Presentation, that is your slides. You can use click on this one, it gives you a presentation slides. Then docs, you want to create a document, whiteboard, then websites. You see, Canva of 3 years ago is different from Canva of now. This was not how the interface was. They added some features and they added a lot of things on Canva. So you can see this is already made templates for your Facebook post. So if you want to use it, you can click on it and then edit the information on it to your own information. If you want to click on any of them, you can click on any of them. It opens, then you can now edit it. You can just start. Okay, let me give you an instance. For example, we use this, that is the green one with the lady thinking. Please, sorry, can my screen be seen? Okay. You see, don't think so much. She's thinking. I like her thinking. I like her idea, but I don't want to say don't think so much. Let me just say I want to change it to positive thinker or think positive. Sorry. So I just click on the don't because obviously this is a one letter one word it's a one word because they just write a word, go to the next, duplicate this one, go to the next one, write a word, and write a word. You understand once you get there because I don't know. To some people, I might be speaking Chinese. So you just click on this edit and then type in think, and that is all. You do the same thing, type in positive. If you like, if you're okay like this, then you come here and delete. Then you can now adjust to your this thing. And what Canva do is that when you are not on the right track, it will not show you. But once you're on the right track, it show you these dotted lines that your alignment is good. And you can see that there's an alignment misfunction with clothes. The positive is on her clothes, which is not supposed to be like that. So we align the positive and we align the think to be on equal line and to be appealing to the eyes. So this is already made template. You just use as an idea to do your thing. Nobody will sue you if you use this one. Once in a while, you can be lazy as a designer. So we go back to home. If you scroll again, you will see mobile videos. All these templates are for videos, mobile videos. Like it's going to give you a phone like size. So if you want to use it, if you're interested in them, you can click on it. But mind you, as a designer on Canva, there are some elements you cannot get or download. It will allow you to work, but go and download it. Tell you that you should go and buy Pro. Most of the times, it will not allow you. So it's advisable for you to pay for Pro, or you look for somebody that is selling crack Canva. But to be honest, I would advise you to pay for your own Pro if you want to take your design life serious. Because crack Canva, if you're not lucky, you're going to have issues with it sometimes. So here we have cards. These cards is for business cards, complimentary cards, and so on and so forth. So you can, if you like any of the templates for cards, you can click on it and use it. And then edit your name, your office name, and anything. If you want to change the color, you can change the color. I'll be showing you how to change the color in our designs. Next, in our practical designs. This one is Instagram stories. If you want to use the templates for Instagram stories, you can pick it. And mind you, sometimes if you want to you just, maybe let's assume you click on this Instagram story, or let's say you click on this one, the Facebook post. You click on it, and you just discover that you don't want to be a lazy designer. You can actually create your own design from scratch. You can just simply delete, 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 and delete everything on the paper till you have a very blank paper to start all over. This is just another hack again. Then go back home. Mind you, the fact that you delete that one does not mean that that design is not there. Oh. It's still there. You only delete it on your own interface and your own canvas, but the design is still there. If you search for it, you still see it. You can still reuse it. So all these are templates, from Twitter templates to videos to phone wallpapers to logos, already made logos, whereby if the logo is portraying what your brand is, you can pick it and use it and edit your name. Nobody will sue you for using it because that's already been authorized to be used. So let's deep dive into the interface of Canva. I've shown you the templates. So now we'll be going to the main course. Below, sorry, underneath my page, my phone, you will see that we have home, we have projects, we have a plus sign, we have templates, and we have themes. You see these themes, this is where you pay to have a professional account. That's a pro. The reason why they are giving me this crown is because I'm already using the pro version. But if you don't pay, you will not see all these things on your display. What you're going to see on your display is that you see the amount you should pay for pro and the amount you should pay for per month for pro, yearly for pro, and weekly for pro. And mind you, if you are using Teams, you are going to pay for the amount of Teams that is under you. If you have to pay $20 and you have 4 people in your team, you are going to pay 20, 20, 20, 20. That is $40. So if you are generous, you can do it. If you are not generous, tell all of them to contribute. Here is templates. I've already dived through template and I'll tell you what template is about. Templates simply are already made designs that you can follow. They've given you a template so you can follow it to create your own design and edit in your own information. Here you have your plus sign. This plus sign is to create, you can use it to create your own new image. If you want to create a new image, you click on the plus sign. You see where they say create new. All these pages you are seeing are not templates, they are blank page, but you are creating a new page. So if you want an Instagram page, you just simply type Instagram page and then you click OK, it will pop up. If you want a Facebook post, you click on the Facebook post, then to direct you to your new page where you can start working. And that is if you don't want to necessarily use Canva templates. So I'll be going back home. Here we have projects. Projects, just like our academic projects, is your work done. It's keeping you, it's keeping your work for you, so that in case you you not necessarily see it in your homepage, you can come here and see your recently open designs or images used recently or videos done recently or in the past, even 10 years ago, to keep it here, even in your folder to keep it. So we'll go back home. So I've shown you how to open a new design. So in order to save time, there's a tutorial graphics here. This one is already my recent designs. I got this design page from a recent design. So let's assume you did a work with a canvas size, and then the mind you the interface for laptop is a bit simpler for phone. But the reason why I'm using phone is because a lot of us can hold our phone. For those that don't have laptop, you will not feel limited that until you have a laptop before you can start using Canva for graphic design. And there are sometimes that you can't carry your laptop everywhere. You have to do a design, an emergency design, and then it's your phone. You and your phone. You can If you can navigate with phone, using laptop is very easy, because phone, many people find it difficult to do design on phone, but to me it's the most easiest method for me to do design, because it's portable, it's convenient. I can do it anywhere. Even if I'm in the labor room, I can do the design on my phone. So just that one is just actually an hyperbole. So this is my recent design. This is a Twitter size. So I'll be showing you how to add more design in your design before we start the tutorial. This is the design we'll be working on. It looks like, okay, there are too much elements, socials, writing, reflections, and the rest. But this is actually the most easiest design you'll see on the internet. Even if you are a beginner, even if you are very slow in learning, with this design you become a pro on Canva. So if you want to add another page to your design, you can just pinch this one. You understand? Once you pinch this one, it will become like this. You can choose to duplicate this one if you want, or you can just go to your last page and click on the plus. We've added a design. So let's not confuse ourselves. First thing first, before we'll be going to the design, I have to put you through the interface of this page. Please, can my screen be seen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Maybe.
And if you're following, please, can you give me a thumbs up? Let me know that not just talking to myself. Because if you're not understanding anything, that means I'm just making noise. Okay, thank you. So, you see here, this is our work area. If you open your Canva, you will not see all of this. That means your Canva have not loaded and finished, or there's an error happening to your Canva. So, you have design. I'll click on it so you can see it. Sorry, I'm not using a system. That's why you can't see my picture. But thank God, the interface, once you click on it, you'll be able to see what person is clicking on. Design. Under design, you have templates, you have styles. From what I've explained about templates before we enter here, I'm 100% sure that a lot of us know that you have different kind of templates that you can go, and you can choose any template, even for video, excuse me, for videos, for Twitter, for Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, even LinkedIn, Medium. You can choose any template of design you want. If you don't want to be creative, or if you don't want to stress yourself, and you feel that, oh, something is here that I can make do of, I just edit my information and my brand name and my logo and my socials. This is your templates, and you can get it in design, under design. Let me give you an example. I click templates, this appears, and say, okay, I like smartphones. I click on smartphones, but this number is not my number. You see, do you see that once you click on smartphones, it replaces that same page. Sometimes Canva will ask you, do you want to replace with current page? Most times it will just appear like that, depending on the network. But now it did not ask me if I want to replace on current page. But if you ask you, do you want to replace with current page? Tell them no. But if you see that it does not ask you, do you want to replace on current page? And let me say you click on this one and Kai, oh, you don't want that one, and you've already worked on something, but you say let you just use a simple design from template and see whether it will shorten your work. You can just, you see this arrow, this is redo and this is undo. You redo it. If you redo it, it will take you back to your blank page. If you undo it, it will take you to your previous work. Redo, undo. Please, if you understand this part, give me a thumbs up. Okay. So redo, we've gone back. Pinch again. We duplicate that page so as not to lose our design. And we go back to two. We click on two. You click on two once, you click on two again. It opens to the full page. Then you go back to that same place. Sorry, once you click on a particular template, other templates will appear that are related to that one. So you click on this one back, then you click on that smartphone. What do we have? You notice that we played smart here. We did not lose our original templates and we have a new template. So me, if I don't like this one, I can still fall back on this work that I do. I don't want any thinking. Or you can still redo or undo. But if you are redoing, undoing, and network hook you, anywhere you redo, undo, you are going to just continue from there because you cannot redo and undo when network off and come back. So I've given you an example, deleting this page. So next to design, we have elements. In these elements, once you open elements, frames, shapes, stickers, charts, icons are found here. Any element you want to think of, even if it's a dog biting a bone, you type it here, you will see it. A dog biting a bone as photo, you type it here, you will see it. A dog biting a bone as 3D, you type it here, you will see it. A dog biting a bone as animation, you type it here, you will see it. Example, a dog biting a bone. Slow, the network is kind of slow. You see, we have graphics, we have photos, we have videos, meaning there's graphics of a dog biting a bone, there's photos of a dog biting a bone, and there's videos of a dog biting a bone. Even self, you have audio of anything biting anything. So you see, you have it. Now you have the animated version of a dog biting a bone. If you want a 3D dog biting a bone, still there. If you want a photo, a real life photo of a dog biting a bone, it's still there. All these can be used on a pro account. You see where they mark pro. If you use this element that they mark pro, for example, that dog one that they wrote pro with a crown, if you use it and you don't pay for pro, you'll not be able to download your image. And most of the good elements that makes your design appealing comes with the pro version. So it's advisable you get pro. So we have the elements. So once you are done searching a dog biting a bone, you can cancel it and search your next element. You see this, you can also, if you want to see your recently used element, it will show up here once you cancel. So you can search anything. You can search for shapes, lines, notes, web3 notes, web3 writing, web3 blockchains, cryptocurrencies, Nigeria flag, etc. That is what your elements are for. You can also search for frames. You know what our frames are used for? Our frames are used to put our pictures inside. Just like the olden days. I don't know, many of us that grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, then if you come to our house, you will see frame and pictures, whereby they snap you a hard copy of picture, then they now get you a frame, they now insert it, they now hang it. That is what frame is used for. This is the modern day frame. You get your image, you insert it. Example, I click on a frame, I get a picture from my element, cat, enter, and click on return on your keypad, but on your laptop, enter. I get an image of a cat. This cat that is saying hallelujah. So it will not just enter like that. Sometimes it does not enter. So what I do is to reduce the distance, then I put it close to the frame. Then automatically it becomes a frame that I can hang on my canvas. So this is how frame work. So should in case you want to make an AMA graphics and you want a cycle frame to put your speakers in, you do a cycle frame and put your speakers picture. That's what we did for the cohorts graphics, that you are seeing the speaker's face inside a cycle. It's actually inserted into a frame. It's not magic. Thank you. So we have the video. This is a video of a cat watching watching the system. So if you want to create a video and you want to use elements for a video, you can click on this one. Then this is audio, cat meowing. If you click on it, you hear the sound of the cat meowing, which can be inserted as part of your audio or video, but you will not hear it because I'm actually screen recording. If you download Canva, you can actually play it and hear it. Whew. So we are done with elements. Now, text. Once you open your text interface, you have Magic Write. This Magic Write is recently incorporated, I think last year or early this year, due to AI trends. So you see here we have. You remember when I say hierarchy of fonts? That's why I said that you need your notes. Hierarchy of fonts. This is big, medium, and small. You know when they were teaching us letter writing, whereby they taught us body of the letter. So this is the heading, this is subheading, and then this is the body of the letter. So if you want to use a big font, this is a font by default. Not when I mean by default, mean it just comes by default if you want to use it. But if you click on it and it's too small, you see this round stuff that is white. Put your finger on it and draw it. It becomes very big. Reduce it, it becomes very small. This is the shortcut to get it. Or if you don't want to do it, let's assume you just have the font like this. You click on the image and then click on font. It opens. Then from the type of font, you can click on this top, then search on the type of font. From one of our type of font, we said Lato. Search. Click on Lato. Once the results pop out, Lato. It changes to Lato. So this one is your font. And then we say how to cook jollof rice. Sorry. Okay, now you be like how to cook jollof rice. And you don't like it, you want all of them to be on a straight line, you just click on it. You see this line that look like I say a triangle, but a slim triangle with a curved edge. Just click on it and draw it. It becomes on a straight line. But now one I've hide, drag it, and then once you drag it, you reduce your font size. Then reduce this part again for easy workflow. Then align it. This is 0.5 centimeter away from your canvas. We call this page canvas or your work area. you can see so that there will be alignment. So if you want to see if it's bold, you click on it, you slide, you click on here, it's already on bold. You can change to italic, underlined, this and this. But if you don't want them, you can click on them and undo them. Then alignment for left, middle, right, and center by default. But most times I use my hand to align. And then there's this page border. You can see the border line. Once you just see that it appear, that means it's far away from the borderline and it's good enough. So if you don't want to go back to text to click on it and carry this subheading by default, you can just duplicate this, put it under, and write a step